welcome back to the channel that knows nothing. I'm Jim and let's get to it. So today we are diving on into the bedtime book tag. So let's go. Number one in this tag is a book that kept you up all night reading, and I've got to go with More Than This because I had to know what happened with this one. Like, my brain was just like, is he in like a limbo? Is he gonna come back alive? I assumed that he was like, it was gonna like flash forward to him waking up in a hospital bed and someone had saved him. That's where I thought it was gonna go, and then that's completely not what happened. What happened was not what I was expecting, which I kind of loved and hated at the same time. It was a very love-hate moment, but I was also so keen to find out what happened. Number two in this tag is a book that made you scared to go to sleep, and I've got to pick Interview with the Vampire on this one because it was terrifying, and I also had it read to me because I've got Audible, and it was even more terrifying. I think if I had just plainly read it, it would have been fine, but the fact that I had someone like reading it to me, it was even more morbid. And I like to read, like, the reason I have Audible is so like I don't have to sit down and read a book. I can just be doing other activities and also listening to something, and like a lot of those happen at night, and so I'll be like doing the washing up and just like listen to a book. But I didn't want to do it with this one because I was just so scared of what was going to happen. I was like, I can't do it at night. I'm terrified. Someone turn on the lights, it's too dark. Number three in this tag is a book that almost put you to sleep, and I have to pick Matched for this one. It was one of those popular books back in like early 2000s, I feel, and I read it last year, and I don't think I've ever been so keen and then so disappointed at the same time, because it's kind of got like those classic dystopian vibes to it, but then it just fell flat. Like, I was keen up until like halfway through, and then I decided that I was like, okay, this is too slow. I need you to please go faster. What happening? What do? Number four in this tag is a book that had you tossing and turning with anticipation for its release, and I have to go with Iron Flame on this one, mainly because of how Fourth Wing ended, because I was like, well, fuck, didn't expect that. Actually, I kind of expected that to happen. The way they spoke about the brother, I was like, he might still be alive, you know. One of my, not favorite things, but one of my like theories when we see like, you know, deaths on screen, well, not on screen, but you see deaths on screen or in a book and they kind of like cut away to something else. I'm like, show me the body, show me that they're actually dead, like then I'll believe you. Whereas like there was just a lot of referring to his death. We didn't actually, you know, see anything, know anything more about that, because they're not allowed to talk about the dead. So I'm like, he gotta be alive still, like. But yes, Iron Flame, I was kind of like keen to start, like, you know, jump in to Fourth Wing and then into Iron Flame. I'm quite keen to jump into the third one too, because I just want to know what's the overall thing. Also, I keep seeing so many theories and I'm like, is this true? Do I buy into it, or do I just be like, no, this is just shenanigan? Number five in this tag is what book has your dream partner, and I think I have to pick either like Hera or Hades from Lore Olympus, and like only their good qualities, only the good ones, like, because I know Hades can be a little bit of a red flag and Hera can be too, but like when they are like there for the different characters, I'm like, yes, this is what I want. Number six in this tag is what book would be your worst nightmare to live in. I think I've got to pick The Giver for this one, because I could not imagine what it would be like to live with no emotion and then get like all those emotions like thrusted onto you. Like, that would be too much. Like, no, that would be, yeah, I don't know. Number seven in this tag is what book reminds you of nighttime, and I'm gonna pick Atlas 6 for this one, because it kind of like looks a bit spooky and magical, you know. It's got that kind of like, you know, like Zodiac horoscope vibe to it. Number 8 in this tag is a book with a nightmarish cliffhanger. And I can't think of one where I've ever been like enraged by a cliffhanger before. Like really unbridled, not happy. The most recent one I've read where I was kind of, it was nightmarish in the way that I was pretty underwhelmed by it, was Iron Flame. Like when we go from, I know I've talked about this book on this tag already, but we're doing it again. I feel like with For Wing we get like an amazing cliffhanger that maybe people were expecting or maybe not, depending on who you are. But this one I was kind of like, I saw it coming. I kind of knew that this author was leading towards like them potentially not being together, and so like I was like, something is going to happen to like mess up these two characters, and so I kind of expected something bad to happen with one of them. Obviously it couldn't possibly be the main character of the series, not yet anyway, so I kind of expected something bad to happen in that area, and it was nightmarish because I was like, ugh, finally, like you got to it at the very end of the book. Of course you did. Number 9 in this tag is a book that you've actually dreamed about, and I dreamed about The Hunger Games like quite a lot back in the day. Back before the movies came out, as they were coming out, I was like so excited to go and see them, or like, you know, as each one was coming out and as I read the books, I was so excited. So it was more like, it wasn't like dreaming about being in the Hunger Games, but it was about going and seeing the Hunger Games, and then also like a lot of stuff towards like Josh Hutcherson, you know, maybe dreaming about meeting him, and then Jennifer Lawrence as well. Not that that would ever happen here, but like, you know, my little heart, my little young heart hopes so much. Number 10, which is the last question in this tag, is what monster would you not like to find under your bed? Fucking none of them. I don't want to find any of them. Anyway guys, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, subscribe, because that is always nice, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.